So, a famous professor, Michael Walzer, the author of a book on just and unjust war, has declared that Israel's pager attack on Hezbollah was unjust war and a violation of international humanitarian law.
Between a completely legitimate strike against a terrorist army.
How dare you? How dare you question? How dare you question
I know.
the author of a book called Just and Unjust Wars? He wrote a book called Just and Unjust Wars. And
That's all it takes, apparently.
You have the right. You have the right to question the absolute authority of his judgment.
I'm going to write a book called Right and Wrong by Matthew Continetti, and then I will get the appointment at the Institute for Advanced Study, and the New York Times and Atlantic will come to me and say, Mr. Continetti, what
years the idea was, well, John Rawls is our foremost moral philosopher of justice because he wrote the theory of justice.
Clearly, I'm wasting my time on this podcast. I need to get to work on my track, which will set me up for the rest of my life.
Yes, I would like to read from Michael Walzer, again, the author of the Just and Unjust Wars. And yes, for some reason, Michael Walzer gets a lot of credit from people in our camp because as he is a socialist, former editor of Dissent magazine and a Princeton philosopher, the fact that he didn't immediately go and live in an encampment and said some things in the pages of Dissent suggesting that Israel attacked on October 7th without any casus belli, was actually in the right to respond, was some heroic act of moral clarity on the part of this leftist figure.